Without further delay, here's another powerful episode of Faith and Family Fellowship Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Faith and Family Fellowship Podcast. Once again, my name is Dallas here. We have another amazing guest joining us, Mia Odum. Such a pleasure to have you here today, Mia. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
I just wanted to give you the opportunity today to just share a little bit about your story of what led you to become a successful business owner. And so if you could just take the next few minutes and just introduce yourself to our audience, then we'll kind of go from there.
Yes, my name is Mia Odum. I am from the Georgia area. I am from a very small town outside of Atlanta. I actually have, I didn't have the opportunity that most people have when it comes down to having both parents, as far as growing up. I lost my mom as at a very young age, at the age of 2, and it was so devastating. And as I grew, I lost my dad at 18. So it was another devastating moment, most definitely. So it was a lot of hurt and pain. And I had to definitely depend on God to bring me through, most definitely. As a little girl, I was always fascinated with hair. My dad would take me to a salon to get my hair done because, I lost my mom at 2. And in between those times, I would have to style my hair myself. So I love to play in my hair. And what I would do is that I would ride my bike down to the local variety store and purchase anything that was related to beauty. I was just so fascinated with hair. So that's how I pretty much started doing hair, just servicing myself in between because I was a young girl with no mother, and which was definitely a hole in my life. So that's how I kind of got acquainted with hair. And with doing that, once I was fascinated and started, providing services for myself, as I grew into a teenager, I started providing services for the people in the local neighborhood. So it was my family. It was also friends that I assisted with hair care or hairstyles. So I would say I probably started to step into that entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
So that's how I pretty much started with hair. And of course, going on through life, I opened up my salon. As far as the salon being opened, first of all, I went to college, let me say that. And I talked to my dad. I lost him at 18, so I did talk to him about going to college, and we had prepped, and I was ready for college entrance. So I lost him my senior year. So I went to school because my dad was always in my ear, like, whatever you do, always do your best. Always do your best. So I started college, and I was like, this is not what I want to do. It's just not, I'm not satisfied with this. So I did not finish, but that drove me back to my, something that I was interested in, which was hair. So I went to beauty college. And at that time, I said, this has to be a ministry. It has to be a ministry because I'm connecting back to hair. And in college, I was actually doing hair out of our apartment on the side for people as well. So I just felt like at that time when I was driven back to going to beauty, when I was driven into the beauty college arena or styling hair again at that age, I just knew it was a ministry. It had to be a calling from God. And from there, it took off from there. Yes, I worked with a lady who was older than me, which was a blessing. And it was definitely a blessing from God because she showed me the way. She actually guided me throughout things from the beginning to the end on how to conduct business properly. And I really do thank God for that, for him even putting her in my path. And I started a salon roughly 6 years later after that. So, and then I've gotten into some other things, but that's pretty much how I got into being a salon owner.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I want to dive into some of those specifics that you were talking about. And one of those questions, for example, would be growing up without your mom there and then losing your dad when you were 18. If you could just talk through that a little bit more, and how did you rely on God in that moment, like practically for our audience to see that?
Oh my God. Losing my mom at an early age, as I said, it was devastating. I had this longing for guidance from, a mom. I cried all the time. I cried myself to sleep at night. And I would pray to the Lord, like, please help me, show me, just guide me into some comfort. And prayer, I would say prayer definitely helped me. And at, the time in between the, 2 and then the age of 18, I had my father. So he was my rock. He was my rock. I solely depended on him. And so he would always, once again, tell me to do my best, but prayer, guidance, guidance from the Lord. I mean, just having faith and knowing that, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be just fine. But when I lost my father, oh my, I lost it because I had a chance to be with him. So once again, a dark moment in my life.
Right.
I got on my knees. I would pray to the good Lord, please, once again, help me get me through this, because I didn't think that I was going to be able to make it. I really did not, because that's all I knew. So praying, and just actually having faith in the Lord that he is going to deliver me. And I was able to make it through with God.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that would be like to lose your mother at so young and then lose your father. And so from then growing up, what did you do after 18, kind of being on your own? And how did that lead you further into who you are today?
So being on my own as I grew up, around 18, I was still a kid. I really was. And what I once again, the asking the Lord for guidance, I cannot say that enough, because it was almost like I was winging through life. And I feel like the angels from the heavens above were looking down on me. My mom and my dad were looking up down on me to help guide me along with the Lord, because life was tough. It was tough trying to live on your own, pay your own bill, making sure that I go to class and be there on time. Nobody was actually monitoring me. So I had to make sure that things were going to go right for me, and prayer. I mean, praying for guidance, because I mean, it was hard. It was very, very tough. But prayer. I prayed,
Yeah.
and I thank God. I really thank God. And once again, my faith, having faith in the Lord that he would guide me. I had to give it to him. I had to put it all on him for him to show me as a young teenager on, guiding me through life. But I always had that drive and that independency, and I thank God for blessing me with that. So through his guidance, I cannot say enough, because it was tough. I was in a dark place. I was in a
Yeah.
dark place, but he brought me out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for going into that sensitive situation about your family and your upbringing. But I do want to now talk about your business itself. So, what is the name of your salon?
The name of my salon is Miaz Hair Gallery.
Okay. And you said it's located in Georgia.
Yes, it's in the
Yeah.
Conyers, Georgia area. It's suburban Atlanta, so about 15 to 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. And I've been running that business. I've been in business since 1996, but 2002 is when I opened up my salon, which was about 6 years later. So I've been in the industry for a total of 28 plus years, and
Yeah.
I
Wow.
absolutely love it. I love it. It
Mhm.
is a calling for me. I love making my guests happy.
You're listening to the Faith and Family Fellowship Podcast. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah. Let's dive into that. What does that look like, making your guests happy? What is the atmosphere and the culture there at Mia's Hair Gallery?
It is so relaxing. I mean, when I say relaxing, when they come in, there's a positive vibe, positive spirits that are present in the salon. So they come in for comfort. And that's what pretty much was seeking in my life when I had such dark moments, because a lot of times when ladies come in, they've had a long day's work, or, they've had to deal with the kids and then the husband, and they don't have time like to let my hair down and to relax. So it's a very relaxing environment, and positivity. I would say there's a positive spirit and comfort when you walk into Mia's Hair Gallery.
Yeah. That's so good. Let's dive into the name of it as well. So I know your name is Mia. What led you to start with this name as well?
Okay, I said I needed something a little has a little pizzazz to it, has a little, you know, something jazzy. So I said, okay, I'll take my name and put a Z on it, put the accent over the A, and call it Miaz Hair Gallery. I also did not want to just be limited to hair. I wanted to offer a gallery of services, or a gallery of just not be stuck in one box. I wanted to just be an open forum, as far as women coming in, they can talk with me. We're able to, let me say this, as stylists, we're able to put our hands on people. So being able to touch a client physically and spiritually is nothing but from the heavens above. It's God, because a lot of times you can definitely make their day. If they're having a rough time, you can actually turn their whole,
Right.
I would say, their whole life around just in that one service.
Wow. That's incredible. A lady can come in with whatever situation's going on, and that peaceful environment kind of changes their way, and you can speak into their life, and that can affect their day. It can affect their month, their life, their family situation, whatever's going on. That's incredible that you have that power to work with the clients. And it sounds like it's not just a job, it's a passion. For what I'm hearing from you today, Mia, it's a passion to work with these clients and do what you're doing. Is that right?
That is so correct. I mean, I would say, remember, 28 years, I love it just the same as I did 28 years ago. It is a passion for
Yeah.
me. It's a ministry. I love servicing. I love providing. I love serving. Let me just say that first of all. And I know it's a ministry. It's a gift that the Lord has blessed me with to gift other people. So absolutely, passion is the key word here. I love to service people, and I love my job.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's so good that not everybody can say that they love their job. So how wonderful that you can say that, Mia, with us
For
today.
28 years, yes.
Yeah. And let's discuss some of those achievements that you've had over 20 years. I mean, you've had some amazing achievements and opportunities in the industry as well. So let's dive into that.
Yes. So let's begin with me, first of all, asking the Lord to guide me and to help me achieve these actual accomplishments. Because with me being a mom, I have two beautiful daughters, and I'm a wife. So I work a lot. I have so many jobs and so many hats that I have to wear. So I asked the Lord to fit this in for me so I can actually keep going and expand my career. I became a technical consultant for a major company. The name of the company is Salon. I've also had the opportunity to become a board certified hair colorist.
Wow.
And I am a brand ambassador for another major brand, which is called As I Am. And what I do as far as a technical consultant is concerned is that I travel and I teach stylists and students how to use products. So it's proper product usage. So the knowledge on that. And I'm also showing them the latest innovations, the latest trends, just the latest styles. So once again, I'm back into that serving mode. I'm ministering to people on how to care for their hair. So it is so fun. It's a lot of work, but it is absolutely amazing to see how you can affect and impact people just by servicing them, doing their hair, or just showing them something.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's so good that you can be of service to your clients in multiple ways. And something else I see here on your website, it's hair scription. Is that right? Say that one more time for us.
You had it almost. Hair
Almost.
scription. That's what
Hair
it's called.
scription.
Yes,
All right. What is this?
absolutely.
What is a hair scription? And how do I get one?
Okay. A hair scription is basically a prescription for your hair. Like when the doctor prescribes a medication for whatever he's diagnosed you with, we do that with as far as the stylist is concerned. So it's a hair scription. In my salon, I am not a person that or a stylist that thinks that one product or one haircut or one color works on every client.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody have different features and things just pretty much don't match, for lack of a better word, every client. So what we do is we consult with our clients and we make sure that we find out what they need, what their lifestyle is like, and we cater and pretty much customize a plan for them, whether it's a haircut, or hair color, or product usage. So that's how we do that. And typically, how you would get one is that you would come and see me. You would come and visit
Mhm.
Miaz Hair Gallery, and we will do a consultation. And throughout the visit, we'll give you your hair description. And we actually do write everything up on a pad,
Wow.
like your docs.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And so overall, your 20 years of experience working with so many women, do you have any testimonies of ladies that have come in with just some situation and they left with a different perspective? If you have any like that to share with us today.
Yes, I do. I have one client that was transitioning from a relaxer, which is a chemical service, and she wanted to transition to natural because of some of her medical conditions. So that was going to not using any chemicals on her hair was going to be the best thing for her. At first, she was kind of skeptical about it, and she was not really confident at all that her hair could grow from a chemically serviced standpoint into some totally natural hair without cutting her hair. Most of the time, when people transition like that, we do what we call the big chop. But I was able to transition her from a chemically treated head of hair all the way to a natural state without cutting her hair. And it was better for her medical condition. So I just made sure that she understood that we could do this and that she could trust me. She could
Yeah.
trust me. And I was able to help transform her. So she was totally confident, along the transformation. She became more confident, let me say that. And then at the end, once we saw the final result, which was about a year or so later, she was a new woman, but she was changing
Wow.
as we were actually transforming. So that
Yeah.
was amazing to just show somebody that it can be done without cutting your hair.
That's so good because it's not always about the destination. It can also be about the journey to get there. And so it sounds like
Absolutely.
that's what happened through her. Wow, that's incredible. And who
Yes.
doesn't, I can't imagine many people that wanted to cut their hair unless it's like, okay, you have to do it. But yeah, that totally makes sense from that perspective. So, wow. Thank you, Mia, for so many things that you shared with us today. Anything else you would want our audience to take away from your time here today, or just some tips that they could take with them today?
One thing that I would like to pretty much put out there, and I want to put it in the universe so the Lord can guide me to assist with this project. I want to mentor young people. I want to reach back into the community and I want to grab young people and show them the way when it comes down to being a successful hairstylist. That is something that has been on my heart for a long time. And I know that that's something that I'm supposed to do. So I would definitely like to let people know that that's something that's coming in the near future when it comes down to
Mhm.
Miaz Hair Gallery and giving back to the community because I love getting involved in the community. Um, a tip that I could actually give to a client or a guest is when it comes down to hair care, a lot of times people think that um, with curly hair, let me say that, with people that have a lot like extremely curly or excessively curly hair, that you don't have to tie the hair up. You don't have to protect the hair. And when I say protect the hair, it's not necessarily just with a satin material, but
Mhm.
also protect the hair with moisture. So people think the hair is stronger in a natural state, but actually it could be not as strong if you don't protect the hair. So we have to make sure that we moisturize curly hair. And that is the key. It makes the hair more manageable and it also gives the hair natural luster.
Wow. Thank you. I never would have known that. And I'm sure many guests today needed to hear that today. So thank you so much for your time here. We hope to have you back on another episode as things continue to change in your life and you continue to make impact there in Georgia. And so if I can have you end our time today with telling us how we can find you on social media or reach out to you and give our feedback and things like that.
Yes, you can actually reach out to me on Instagram at Miaz Hair Gallery. You can also reach out to me on Facebook at Miaz Hair Gallery. My salon is located in Conyers, and you can book an appointment and get the address there from on miazhairgallery.com. So
Mhm.
that is my website where you can book appointments and also find out other specific information. And also my cell phone number, you can reach me there. My cell phone number is 770-364-4119. And the salon number is 770-783-18 878.
All right. Thank you so much, Mia. If I could have you end our time with a prayer for our audience, that would be excellent.
You've just listened to the Faith and Family Fellowship podcast.